What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about how to run an effective and efficient class. We're going to focus on stretching, rotations, line drills, and keeping your class moving so no kids are getting bored and your class looks super active. So one thing that we really like to do in our classes is we like to start off with a dynamic warm-up. We do 10 downs. It really helps get the kids going, get them motivated, kind of wake them up and get their body loose before we stretch. So we'll give you an example of it right here. We'll go 5, 6, 7, 8,
10,
1,
9, 8, 7, 6, 3.
She'll do jumping jacks first,
1,
then we
10.
drop down to a good squat. Really focusing on squeezing, going down low, and then we move straight on to
1, 8,
butt kicks,
7, 6,
kicking
5,
up tall,
3,
hands on hips,
10, 9, 8,
big rebounds, pushing through those toes, staying super tight.
9,
And we start that
8.
all over again. So then we go down to our traditional stretching where she'll sit in a straddle, we'll reach to the right, we reach to the left, and just really your basic stretching. So the next thing that we like to do is what we like to call line drills. We'll break up into our classes and we get in our lines and we do a quick warm up that we do this with our level 1s all the way through our level 6 athletes. So they will start at the back, we'll arms up by our ears, and we will just walk on our toes, staying super tight and squeezing, going down, then backwards, going back. This is really good to work on those calf muscles, really stretching and warming them up and starting to get them active before we tumble. The next thing we do is we'll go arms up and we'll do bunny hops, punching through our toes, staying super tight. Really make sure when this is happening that you are hands-on, correcting the kids. The next thing we like to do, even for our beginners all the way to our advanced kids, is we like to do L stands. Arms by our ears, focusing on handstands, controlling, lifting, hitting that good L motion, and then coming down. After that, we will do a traditional handstand all the way up. Handstand, squeeze, controlled back, arms by your ears again. Make sure that your hands on. If the kids are doing weird things as they stand up, getting your hands on, really correcting them. Then next thing we do is we'll do forward rolls. Arms up by your ears, rolling, controlled stand up, arms by your ears as you stand up. Then we'll do backward rolls. Sitting back, backward roll, standing up tall without using your hands, arms by your ears. Again, make sure your hands on, helping them if they need help as they go into that. Then you can do cartwheels, round off, back walkovers, front walkovers, anything else that you feel like that specific class could really need. But that should take about 10 minutes to get a good warm up in, focusing on those line drills and really breaking down the technique before you get into the big tumbling. So now it's time for your rotations. Now this is one of the biggest things that you really want to focus on when setting up your rotations. You want to focus on your class moving, having multiple rotations so they don't just stand in lines, and keeping a good constant flow. I personally like to set up a circuit that they run through. I will have one station where I am spotting them and then giving them drills on every other station that they can work on their own. So the class is continuously moving, no one is standing around, and everybody's getting plenty of repetition. So we set up 3 drills right now and we're gonna show you kind of how we like to do it. So right now I'm gonna show you some basic drills as if we were doing a level 1 class. I would sit everybody down, I would explain the stations, and I would have one athlete demonstrate. So for example, I would say, hey Adriana, will you show us what we're gonna do here? We're gonna do handstand snap down. So Adriana would give an example of a handstand, snap down, rebound, super tall. And now on the cheese wedge, I would tell the athletes that we're gonna do a backward roll. So Adriana's gonna demonstrate, she'll sit, backward roll, good job Adriana, everyone claps for Adriana. Moving on to our next station. Then I would explain on this station, we're gonna do front walkovers. Adriana will give you an example. Good job, Adriana, and that's great. And then I would personally always put myself on the floor at a spotting station where I can spot bridge kickovers, back walkovers, any of those drills. But I like to try to have a station for every single kid. If you do not have mats and stations that you can set up available at your program, you can put 2 at each station, have them go a couple of times, do 3 or 4 reps, and then rotate. Or some coaches like to leave them there for a few minutes and then rotate everybody together. If the kids are getting kind of out of hand, that sometimes works better. But I do recommend you having one station where you can be hands-on. Another tip I want to give you is that if you are spotting, make sure that you are never turning your back to the parents or to the class. You want to make sure that when you are spotting at a station that you are always able to see the entire class and the parent room. So then the last 5 minutes, we bring them in and we like to do a little bit of conditioning. And then it's also really good to circle up, and here at Mustang, we give out the Mustang Star, which is a little button they can put on their backpack that goes out to the kid that not necessarily did the best, but listened, worked hard. It really gets the kids excited. It gives them an opportunity for them to really push themselves in the next practice to try to get that recognition. So maybe you could even do a shout out circle. You can show off some of the skills that they learned that day, but just really circling back, talking with the athletes about how that day went is super awesome. I hope you like these tips and I hope that they help you teach your classes a little bit better. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video.